To solve this data sufficiency question, we'll go ahead and consider each statement separately first and then together if needed. Before diving into the statements, let's go ahead and take a look at what the question is asking. We're asked if k and n are integers, is k times n minus 1 odd? Now, we want to recall before we go ahead and take a look at each statement, the properties of what it means for a product of numbers to be even or odd. For a product to be odd, that means that each factor in the product has to be odd. If one of the factors is even, that means that the product's going to be even. So to answer the question, this would be, is this product odd? Yes, if we have both k is odd and n minus 1 is odd. So that's what we would need in order for the product to be odd. For the product to be even, so the answer to the question could be no if either we know that k is even, or we know that n minus 1 is even. So if we can definitely conclude kind of one set of these, we would be able to answer the question definitively. So now with that, let's go ahead and let's take a look at statement 1. Statement 1 tells us k is odd. So that means we have an odd number times n minus 1. Now, n minus 1, we don't know if this is even or odd. So if we don't know whether n minus 1 is even or odd, if n minus 1 ends up being even, this whole product would be even. If n minus 1 ends up odd, then an odd times an odd would come out odd. So in this case, if n minus 1 is even, the answer to the question would be no, because the product would be even. And if it's odd, then the answer to the question would be yes, because it's odd. So it really depends on what n minus 1 is doing here, since we don't know what's going on with the whole product as a whole, as it's dependent on what n minus 1 is doing. So this statement alone is actually not sufficient. We can't conclude a definitive yes or no for the product, whether it's odd. So we can eliminate answer choice A and D, and let's go ahead and move on to statement 2. I'm going to move on to statement 2 over here. Statement 2 says n is odd. So n being odd means that if we subtract 1 from it, it'll become even. So if n is odd, this means that n minus 1 is even. And if we take a look at the product, we have k times an even number. And this product will actually be even, regardless of whatever k happens to be, even or odd. So the product of our k times n minus 1, if we're asked, is it odd, we could answer no, it's not odd. It would be even. So we can definitively answer the question with a no answer. So this statement alone is sufficient, and we would be able to eliminate answer choices C and E, and the final answer is answer choice B. Statement 2 alone is sufficient, but statement 1 alone is not sufficient.